I believe Keith Higgins Jr.
Matt Rogers against Jamera Wilson. We are underway with Lehigh controlling the tip. American starts off with a foul right away. I was about to give the defensive alignment, and a foul just 11 seconds in. Colin Smalls picks up his first, obviously the team's first as well. Keith Higgins Jr., the trigger underneath. Nick Lynch, one of the seniors, working inside, a little short on that one, picked up by Johnny O'Neal.
It's senior night. We'll get you with that one miss air ball hook.
Lehigh on defense. Working inside was Rogers. And the rebound goes the other way.
He's held up the first time on offense, but really came back strong there on the inside.
Jamera Wilson pops for a quick three, no good. Stacey Beckton Jr. brings it down. He'll bring it across the line for American. Almost a minute gone by, scoreless here in Bethlehem. Man-to-man defense put on by the Mountain Hawks as Rogers was left open. Here's Stevens in the paint. Somehow got that one to fall and breaks the scoring drought. Elijah Stevens with two.
Interesting, we see Lehigh come out with that man-to-man early on. They've been using a lot of zone as of late, so we'll see how that holds up.
Higgins a kick out, Lynch for three, got it.
Don't let him trick you, he can pull up from there. Hopefully American recognizes that from their standpoint.
Mount Hawks up by one now. Minute and a half gone by. O'Neal now will feed inside to Rogers. He didn't want any part of Nick Lynch inside. Under 10 to shoot. Beckton on the near side. Nice spin move. Puts it off the glass. Count it with a foul.
Now that is the aggressiveness that we were talking about. That is just such a tough move with the spin, keeping your body in control the whole time.
Foul's on Keith Higgins. And look at that spin.
The ability to move with that left, the ball in your left hand, spin it, and then get it to that right and have full control. Very impressive shot.
No good on the and one, but miscommunication on the Mountain Hawks is going to give another possession to the Eagles.
Miscommunication is a good way to put it. I'm not sure what happened there. They had 4 people.
So they did not get the and one, but they could add 2 or 3, depending on how things go. Beckton looking for 2 more, got it.
Same spot. That right hand, you might want to force him left, especially in this man defense right now.
4 straight off from Beckton. It's a 6-3 lead for the Eagles. 2:15 gone by. Lynch inside, tries that shot again, this time puts enough.
That's what we call barbecue chicken. You got someone 5-6 inches shorter than you, go to work down there every time. Excellent move and excellent recognition of the mismatch.
American 6, Nick Lynch 5. 2.5 minutes gone by here. First half action at Stabler Arena. Stevens, bounce pass, drops it off. Another and one opportunity. This time it was Matt Rogers from Elijah Stevens.
We've seen so many times Lehigh getting killed from the outside in the perimeter. Right now they're going to work inside.
Foul was on Nick Lynch, his first, the team's second. Rogers a 62% free throw shooter. That time it's good. It's now American 9 and Nick Lynch 5. Lynch thought about it. There's Taylor around the perimeter, working on the far side. Taylor pops for 3, that one good.
You know, Taylor was really slow in last game with only 5 points, but if you remember back on January 1st, he had 25, led the team, led the game in scoring in that clutch comeback victory.
Mountain Hawks 2 of 3 from downtown, and they pull within 1. Inside. Smalls, anything but. His first bucket.
That guy's tough, I'll tell you that.
Lead back to 3 for American. 3.5 minutes gone by. Tyler Whitney Sidney, almost a mirror image.
Yeah, speaking of tough, what a nice drive there.
Becton kind of left open, knifes through. Downstairs for O'Neal, off the glass for two.
Some more miscommunication there. Both of the guys jumped up, and so.
Back and forth action. Lehigh down by 3. In the hands of Jamerrill Wilson. Fakes the handoff, drives in, lost it. Here come the Eagles. Becton on the far side, guarded by Higgins. Around the perimeter it goes. And back again. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Feed inside. Rogers around Lynch. Can't get the angle.
A lot of contact there too, no whistle.
Lehigh still down 3. Whitney Sidney, talk about contact, no good.
They're letting them
no
play.
Call.
First one I was not so sure. That one seems a lot clearer. At least they're calling it even both ways.
Smalls again.
And what did I mention before? That aggressiveness, just driving to the hoop. Those 10 free throws, 10 free throws, 10 for 12 against the Holy Cross last Monday.
Higgins tries to knife his way through. Extra pass to the near side, Taylor. Turnaround jumper, long. And Rogers has the rebound.
Right now, I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
No, I was just gonna say American ball up by 5.
Well, I was just gonna mention how American's been moving the ball around pretty well for a team last in the Patriot League. Ball movement is not something you'd expect from these guys, but they're really moving it around well and getting to their spots.
Smalls drives left side, kicks it back out. Stevens inside to Rogers, backing in on Lynch. Handoff to O'Neal. Dominic Parolin is checked in. Wearing number 35, Marcus Wilson, on senior night in for the Mountain Hawks as well, as O'Neal now has 5.
That's already 3 personal fouls on Lehigh. Just 5 minutes now through the first half.
Substitutions, Josh Alexander and Lorenzo Donadio in for American. They're up by 8. Largest lead of the evening in the early goings here in Bethlehem. Jamerrill Wilson, nice move, the up and under, no good.
Everything but the finish. It's an impressive baseline spin there.
3 ball far side is no good. And over the backboard. Donadio couldn't connect. Lehigh will have it down 8.
Yeah, as much as we have 3 fouls, I feel like we could have more with the way that the contact has not been called on a lot of these shots on both ends.
Parolin working inside, but Jamerrill Wilson couldn't get it to him. Taylor, the strong drive.
That is the toughness of Taylor. You see it every game in one way or another, whether it's on the defensive side or right there, taking it hard to the hoop.
Couple of and ones the other way. Not called there. Here's Stevens, left alone, pull-up jumper is short. Marcus Wilson with the rebound. Tyler Whitney Sidney, a kick out, extra pass. Taylor couldn't connect from the corner. Here's Becton. Alexander now looking for the backdoor cut. It was closed. Alexander again.
Great defensive possession for Lehigh right now. Just 6 on the shot clock.
Becton, pull-up jumper, rattles it in. Stacey Becton has 6 already to lead all scores.
Both him and Smalls have yet to miss. Combined 5 for 5.
Jamerrill Wilson. Extra pass again in the corner. Whitney Sidney no good. Almost the rebound for Evan Taylor, but against 4 blue jerseys, it's going the other way.
Lehigh's getting
lead. They'll be on defense coming out of this timeout.
As I was saying right before we left, was that Lehigh's really getting ample opportunities here, moving the ball around well and getting open looks.
Foul down low, away from the ball, is going to be on American. Josh Alexander picks up his first, the team's second. Lehigh will throw it in underneath. Marcus Wilson, the trigger. He gets it back. Thought about it in the corner. There's Jamero Wilson. Marcus drives, kicks it into the corner slowly. As Jamero Wilson can't finish again underneath.
Another great move, just couldn't connect at the end.
Hey, talk about the athleticism.
Talk about the opportunities they've gotten.
15 to shoot, Smalls. Contact with a basket and a foul.
Wow. Can't say it enough. Smalls, yes, he is relatively small. He's about 6 foot, 6'1", I believe. We should get the accurate measurement on him. 6'2".
Who knows if that's accurate or not, though?
I don't know, 6'2", I'm 6'2", I don't think he's 6'2".
Smalls, the and one. And that one is good. So 3 out of 4 are the Eagles, all 4 the and one variety. You know how athletic departments like to pad the stats a little bit. They pad their height. So I don't know if he's actually 6'2". Feet inside. You don't have to pad that. 2 more for Lynch. He's got 7.
That's the basketball culture. You get it here, you get it in professionals.
I think Lynch is every bit of 6'11", by the way. Rogers was left alone. Not his shot. Smalls from the elbow, just short.
Excellent defense there, especially Lynch, who is playing off the pick and roller.
There's Lynch again, got it!
Pick and roll defense right down the other end, knock it down, top of the key. And that's 2 threes for the big man already.
He's got 10 of the 17. How about this though? 18 of the 23 points are in the paint. And we've already said 3 of them are from the line. So 18 of 20, and there's a couple more.
It's gonna continue right now. They're putting enough pressure on the outside. For Lehigh, it's really just been about knocking down the shots. They've taken, I should say, a fair amount of threes. Here's another one.
Another one there. That one good for Marcus Wilson. His first points on senior night.
Just like that. Back to 5 now.
Wilson, a senior from Edmond, Oklahoma, 5th-year senior. No good there from Donadio. Lehigh looking to cut back in. Around the perimeter it goes. Wilson finds a seam. Kick out. Lynch. Got it again.
Why not? 3 for Lynch already in the first half.
Nick Lynch with 13 of the 23 and makes it a 2-point game. Under 9 to play first half.
Feel the momentum starting to swing as well.
And a steal off the hands inside of Johnny O'Neal. Lehigh led 3-2 for the lead. It's good!
Are they gonna call timeout? Doesn't look like it.
Jamero Wilson hits his first 3.
Maybe they will.
And now one for the Mountain Hawks. They lead by 1. Feed inside, Becton. Can't get the lead back, but they're gonna have the ball. Great hustle there by Evan Taylor, but it's gonna stay here.
Great hustle there by the bench, helping the teammate up. And that's the Lehigh culture that you always love to see. Guys on the bench helping the guys out on the floor. Man, what an exciting senior night this has been already.
Looks like they're gonna discuss whether or not the ball hit the rim. and if they should have reset the shot clock. So they're going to take a look at that. For the latest Patriot League news, you can follow the official league accounts on Twitter at Patriot League, at Patriot_Game-Day, and at Patriot League TV. Becton was working it inside, little turnaround, and they're going to just double check. Hard to see from our angle, but they're going to double check. They did reset the clock here.
Yeah, I don't think it should have gotten reset. It looked like, this won't show us here, but it looked like it was, there was no contact with the rim.
So they'll double check that and also then see what the shot clock should be. If it did not hit the rim, then we'll have to see how much time. They were working relatively quickly.
Here's a better look.
So you can see there's 12 on the clock there.
Oh, that looked like it did hit the rim.
That's a big, that's a big difference between 11, 12, and 20. We'll see what they end up putting up. And not exactly.
Yeah, so they're going to bring it down.
They're going to put 10 seconds on the clock. They came over and said it did not hit the rim.
So I was right originally.
So, no, you say both answers.
Stick with your gut.
You're bound to get it right. So it took another couple of seconds to get out of bounds, so that's where you have it at 10.
You got to be quick here.
Smalls was quick, did hit the rim, did not hit the shot. And Lehigh's going to have a chance to extend their lead, which right now matches the largest at this one point. Under 8 to play. Jamaro Wilson inside, nice move again, and the finish.
And there we go, he pulled off the move and he pulled off the finish. It's all about getting the reps in, building a little bit of consistency offensively with the team.
Mount Hawks up by 3. Matt Delaney, number 31, is in there for the first time. This is Jackson Notek. Feet inside, the quickness from Delaney.
That was quick, that was strong. It's a big guy. Not many people can push around Nick Lynch like that.
6'7", first year.
My gosh, 6'7".
In the corner, Marcus Wilson can't get that one to fall. American with it, down 1. Delaney does not look like he gives up 4 inches, though, to Nick Lynch.
He doesn't.
So, again, not to question the
we go by the sheet.
Roster here. No good inside for Becton, and going the other way. Higgins for 3, short. Off the iron, and a foul on the rebound attempt is going to be a cheapie on Evan Taylor.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like that for obvious reasons. 2 guys hustling for the board, especially with what they haven't been calling.
Teams forget that we took the immediate timeout at 8:30. We've already taken that, so there shouldn't be one. And Brett Reed forgot about it as well.
Let's see, maybe they drew up a quick something.
So it'll be American basketball. That was the 5th team foul for Lehigh. The first on Evan Taylor. They had 3 early on, so settled down a little bit.
And a lot of that,
category.
Yes, a lot of that has been a lot more discipline on the inside with the defense. They gave up those 3. I think it became 4 and 1s on the inside within the first half of the first half.
Notek drives, can't finish. Loose ball picked up by Marcus Wilson. Wilson, the tap. There it is from Lynch.
I was so glad that nothing was called there, because that was excellent vertical defense on the other side by Nick Lynch. And then to hustle back all the way from the paint to get the putback lay-in just shows the determination right now by these guys, especially these seniors.
Ben Knosman is in there for Lehigh, involved in the defensive play and going to help his team get the ball. Lehigh's going to take over. Johnny O'Neal checks back in. That is in place of Jackson Notek. Now Knosman will be at the point for the Mountain Hawks.
Let's see if that switches any of the rhythm that they've been building up. Lehigh's on an 18-4 run over the last 5 minutes.
They lead by 3. Dangerous lob inside. Wilson's got it, and the points.
It's a great example of the bigger person going up, straight up to the hoop. It's all you need.
7 for Jamero Wilson off the feed from Marcus Wilson. 2 seniors today in the last regular season home game. Still a chance for Lehigh to finish in the top 4 and get a home quarterfinal. That one a loose ball off the hands of Stevens, and another turnover forced by the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, the offense is just out of sorts right now, whether it's because of the crowd or whatever it might be. Lehigh's been playing excellent defense. And one of the reasons for that, which we may not have recognized at first, is Nick Lynch he's able to kind of camp in that paint. As number 15, that's Rogers over there. He's not a three-point threat.
One-handed pass to no look. Here comes Higgins, taking it strong, no good. It's going to stay here with Lehigh. Higgins from outside now, got it! Seventh triple for the Mountain Hawks tonight. 5th Mountain Hawk to hit one from outside.
They haven't let up 1-3 either.
Down at the bottom, it was Rogers who couldn't finish. Jamero Wilson, too strong, but an offensive board.
Offensive boards are just killing American.
And Wilson finishes there.
Just out hustling American right now. They're gonna want. This is not a time to get comfortable either, as we've seen. And as we know with basketball, never a time to get comfortable, especially this early.
Well, the game on Sunday down at Loyola for Lehigh featured a number of runs for both teams. And this game so far has seen some runs as well. 5 seconds to shoot for American. They may not realize. Delaney inside.
I don't think he does.
Doesn't get the shot off. Shot clock violation.
As you mentioned the runs before, in that Loyola loss, they were down early on. Lehigh was down 19-2 early on. They went on a 17-4 run, and they cut that deficit to just 4. But unfortunately, nothing was hitting for Lehigh. Not one double-digit score.
Jamero Wilson spins down low. Tough angle, got it there.
That's Wilson's game.
Off the glass for another 2. He's in double figures with 11. Lead is 12. Becton on the near side. Pull-up jumper. Got it. He's got 8.
Wilson has to be a little quicker in getting over that screen, recovering for the jump shot, because Lynch will always play under those screens, watching the roller.
3 to play. First half. Knosman on the near side. A screen set by Lynch.
And Lynch wants it there.
He's calling for it. Now he's going to try to get it from Higgins. Instead, it's Wilson down low, feeding the big man who's got 17.
It's a great shot, but the ball placement there. Excellent job throwing it over the head of the defender, not letting any kind of defense get in his way.
2.5 to play. Driving left side, no good from O'Neal. Lynch from deep. A little too deep on the shot off the back iron, going the other way with 2:07 left in the first.
So the tides of this game have completely shifted.
Stevens steps in, not in enough. Rebound the other way.
American just looks uncomfortable with every shot that they're even getting.
Lynch, he looks comfortable. He's got 20.
You think? First half 20-point bomb.
His career high is 25, season high 24. He's got 20 in the first half here on senior night. Becton trying to get around Delaney. Stevens to Smalls. 10 to shoot again. Becton taking it strong, no good. Good defense again by the Mountain Hawks. Higgins. Marcus Wilson gonna get it for a travel.
That one happened really fast. Couldn't quite see where he may have picked up the pivot foot.
Evan Taylor and Dominic Parolin check back in for Lehigh. Matt Rogers comes in.
Give Lynch a well-deserved breather.
Just about a minute remaining here in the first half. Becton for three. Got it!
First one of the game for American. 1 for 2 now.
They're certainly not taking as many as Lehigh, who is 8 of 15.
Take what you got or take what you get. They haven't really let up anything from three-point range.
Taylor pickpocketed. And a near steal, and it is a steal by Higgins. Wow.
Oh, he had a couple guys there wide open.
Wilson, no good. Jamerrill. American will be on the road in the opening round either way, no matter how things play out the final 2 games.
These standings, though, they're really tight, so if Lehigh loses either this game or the next one, home field is not looking too likely.
5 seconds to shoot. Higgins, the floater. A late foul called.
And it was a good job using up the clock there as well, just giving 11 seconds for potentially American to get another chance here.
Johnny O'Neal committed the foul. So Keith Higgins is at the line shooting 2, 66% free throw shooter. Shooting 2, first one good, he's got 4 points. Jake Betlow comes in. Dominic Parolin back in as well. At the moment, Lehigh up by 13. Make it 14.
Strong defensive lineup in for Lehigh right now. Betlow, definitely an underrated defender for the team, despite his sharpshooting.
Picks up Stevens. Becton's got it. From the elbow, pull-up jumper, that is good. And that will likely end.
Defensive side, obviously, do better.
Matt Marcus and Ryan Braun, glad to have you with us here. Second half action underway here at Stabler Arena. American with the basketball first by virtue of the possession arrow. The starters are both teams are out there. Here's O'Neal working inside. And came up short on that one. Tyler Whitney-Sidney starts the fast break. Lynch did not pick up where he left off. A little too strong off the iron.
Both teams combined just 3 fast break points, all 3 by Lehigh, so neither team really moving the ball in transition too well.
Trying to go inside again. And a kick out. O'Neal and Rogers play catch, under 10 to shoot. Stevens, dangerous pass. Waning seconds of the shot clock. Stevens lost it. And again, not going to get it off. Shot clock violation forced by the Mountain Hawks.
Coach Reed cannot be more satisfied with the possession that he just saw. Defensive power, the prowess, the intensity from the start. Everyone was switching right, staying in front of their man, and that's what's going to need to continue.
Man-to-man defense. Here's Lynch on the near side. Around the perimeter it goes to Taylor. Going to get Becton Jr. on a hold, his first foul.
See Rogers staying a little higher up there on Lynch. But think about it, you can use that to your advantage if you're Lehigh in terms of opening up the paint.
First foul for American in the second half. Merrill Wilson, 10 to shoot for Lehigh. Whitney-Sidney pops for a 3, got it.
Not going to get a better look than that, that's money.
His first triple. In now his second attempt.
It's senior night, but we got to get a little love for the first years too.
Here's Smalls working on Higgins, blocked out of bounds by Higgins.
Speaking of rookies, oh me, oh my. Do a mean mug, you should.
Almost kept it in bounds too, but tracked out of bounds on the near side. American has it. 12 to shoot, Becton on the near side, guarded by Jamera Wilson. Gets it back from Smalls, around a screen. Wants to take it himself. Around he goes. And they called it travel.
You can kind of see where these holes are in Americans' offense. As we mentioned, they're last in the Patriot League. These guys usually, or at least earlier in the game, I should say, they are moving the ball relatively well, but a lot of ISO ball right now. Individuals trying to make the play themselves.
Well, they were making them in the first half.
That's right.
With a couple of and one opportunities where they hit 3 of 4. That allowed them to get their lead. And a technical foul called on Mike Brennan.
Technical foul on American coach Mike Brennan.
The head coach. And they're going to send Nick Lynch and his 87% to the line.
He's still talking to the ref.
Well, we'll try not to read lips either.
Obviously, 2 free throws here. A lot of you watching might be used to the 1 technical free throw. 2 in possession is the rule.
Hits them both for 22 points. Lehigh's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. America, we mentioned in the first half, 3 of 4. Nobody's really getting to the line. I think we used the term letting them play a few times in the first half. We'll see if they tighten things up in this second half action. Cross-court pass, extra pass, Higgins, no good. And the tip.
Lynch
from
wanted the
Rogers.
call,
Yeah,
thought he was
did.
grabbed.
Inside to Rogers. A little give and go, but it's going the other way. The 4-on-1, Wilson lost it.
Wow.
Picked up by Smalls. There's a 3-on-1, back to Smalls, and he got it.
That is the definition of what Smalls is able to do. You see the hustle, 4-on-1, you mentioned it. He didn't care. Made a play on the ball. He predicted the move that the man was making in the fast break, and then on the other end, just hustles. Fastest guy there on the court right now.
Higgins calling the action there, trying to get Lynch either set the screen or get out of the way. He sets it again. Higgins back out to Lynch, foot on the line. It's a 2, but it's good.
It was a 2. Oh, mere inches from being his 5th of the game. We'll live with 4.
The one official was right there, saw it all the way. And we could see it from here, too. Rogers no good. And another 3 for Lehigh. Keith Higgins.
They came out hungry. The crowd's loving it.
It's a 10-2 start to the second half for Lehigh. Smalls, he hit the shot earlier.
Oh!
0 for 2.
Layup on the putback. So you need to connect on your opportunities. You had a technical foul. That was another 2 points. So little things like this that add up, and with 15:45 here left to play, you're going to have to be perfect.
Still plenty of time. We've seen teams in the Patriot League give up leads.
Oh, we sure have.
And a hold down low looks to be foul number 2 on Evan Taylor. Just when these two teams met up the first time down in D.C., it was a big comeback for Lehigh. Lehigh had a couple of runs go against them on Sunday down at Loyola. Becton, strong move, can't finish, but a foul's going to give them another chance.
It's a good call.
That should be a second one. No, it's not on Lynch.
That's on Wilson.
Wilson, yes, Jamera Wilson picks up his first.
Saw the
On the
body
push.
fall. Enough to assume there was contact. Could see a fair amount. His team,
It wasn't on the shot, though. That would have been on Lynch.
That's right.
It was on the rebound, so there's no free throws coming. But a fresh 20 on the shot clock. And Stevens will toss it in from underneath once they clean up the floor.
That was an excellent job there to clean up that wet spot. You love to see it.
Here's Becton going strong again. Little fadeaway blocked by Wilson. DeMerrill got his big paw up there, and here come the Mountain Hawks, up by 20. Feed inside, Wilson on the other end.
He can shoot, he can rebound, and he can sure as heck pass the ball there from the top of the key down in a split second. Incredible vision by Lynch. He's one of those guys that are just always ready.
Smalls down low, working on Whitney Sidney, but he stepped on the baseline. And it's going to go to Lehigh. It's the 10th turnover. 4 in this second half as Matt Delaney checks back in place of Matt Rogers.
As great as Lehigh's been on defense, a lot of this has just been a mental error.
Lynch going to work on Delaney, doesn't get it that time. Delaney with the rebound.
You put the ball in your best player's hands, whether that's Becton Jr. or Smalls. They're two leading scorers right now.
Mentioned before, in limited minutes, Delaney had a good first half. There's O'Neal who banked it in.
That's the shot that goes in, ends the 3-minute streak of nothing.
Delaney down low, the first year, going against the senior. See if they work it back to Lynch again. Instead, it's DeMerrill Wilson, another senior. That one no good. And the rebound to Smalls. Looks to take it himself. No, the extra pass. Now a feed inside to Delaney. Nice look, but can't finish on the pass. Awkward attempt there for Lehigh, and they're going to lose it out of bounds.
I'm not sure what happened there. That was a 2-on-1. It's going to be a turnover. Yeah.
Higgins was a little too close to the basket. I think Evan Taylor thought he was just going to put it up, and he probably puts it in.
You know, it's not the first time that we've seen that. A lot of times Lehigh has struggled in the fast break, and whether it's, you know, these 2-on-1s, there was a 4-on-1 they blew earlier, as you remember.
Here's Stevens, finds a seam, got it.
Just like that, 4 straight.
Elijah Stevens.
And that's how you really make a comeback in these games. String together stops and scores. It sounds simple, but you can't think of this as a major lead to cut off.
Here's Lynch to end the drought. Got it!
But then you've got Nick Lynch. 5 threes.
And that's a new career high, 27 points on senior night.
You're chanting automatic.
Lynch has certainly come into his own this year. Becton, pull up in the paint, tried to bank that in, no good. It's going the other way.
There's Wilson again, excellent defense. And if you're not going to move the ball around and settle for shots like that, you're not going to hit those.
Lynch, no good. Good defense there by Delaney.
There's another unforced turnover straight through the hands of Elijah Stevens.
That's what you can ill afford to do when you're trying to make a comeback. Now down 21 again.
Ill afford, you could have used that anytime in the last 5 minutes. Now Lehigh is just 1 for 4 in their last 4 shots. So a slight cold stretch here.
Eight minutes gone by, just now 12 minutes to play, second half. Lehigh has been in control since midway part of the first half, as Higgins will go to the Rookie of the Year.
I'd say so as well.
There was a part of the season where he won Rookie of the Week 3 weeks in a row.
His scoring stretch was phenomenal. It was 18, 13, 23. There was a 26 in there. I mean, for a first year, to be putting up numbers like that, 26. That's someone who's going to have a nice long career here at Lehigh.
And he's got double figures tonight with 10. Marcus Wilson back in there. You're talking about nice long careers, the 5th year here at Lehigh. Honored tonight with Jamero Wilson and Nick Lynch.
I love that stat you pulled before. The seniors scoring, what was it, over 70, 60, 70% of the points earlier.
Sounds about right.
Trends that's continued.
Becton, he's got that one. He's got 15. Stacey Becton Jr., the leading scorer for the season and the game. Only Eagle in double figures so far.
He's the only real person keeping them in the game right now. Smalls has also had a little 4 for 8, 9-point effort with those 4 assists, or 4 rebounds, I should say.
Whitney Sidney bounce pass, but a foul inside. They're going to get Matt Delaney on his first. It is the 4th for the Eagles.
Outside of Lynch, obviously he has 27. As you mentioned, Wilson's 13, Higgins is 10. They've gotten help from other people here as
Marcus Wilson can't connect.
But this has not been a one-man show.
Back in the game, Donadio, number 20. He sets up in the corner. Well, we're going to get a foul first on Marcus Wilson.
Double screen. They were begging for something to be called there. I don't know which way, but they're going to give it a defensive personal foul there, a little shove.
Matt Rogers back in for Matt Delaney. Talon Wilson was his first, just the 3rd for Lehigh in the second half.
See if they get Becton Jr.'s back the ball. They sure do.
Right there they did. He goes around a screen, cuts his way through, banks it in.
That's what
17.
you do. Go through your best scorer. In this situation, 10 minutes, you have time, and we'll continue to say that until it really seems garbage time. But we're far from that.
Near steal, but Lehigh maintains possession. Reed Fenton is in there, a kick out. Tyler Whitney Sidney goes strong with a foul and the bucket.
That all started from the pump fake. As we'll take another look here, he got the defender off his feet. That was Becton, and just incredible job controlling himself, driving straight up, down the middle, as they say. They teach you growing up, go into his chest. It's exactly what he did, and he finished strong.
Lorenzo Donadio picks up his first, the 5th for American. Jackson Notek, number 22, you see, checks in. Lehigh's number 22 is at the line for an and-one opportunity, 73% on the season.
You mentioned Higgins Jr., the first-year standout. Whitney Sidney, he's got a Rookie of the Week under his belt as well. 8 points on the night for him.
They were forced into action early on with some injury and illness. And the two of them have really come into their own in their first year.
And with 2 guys in the seniors, or 3 I should say, that are not going to be with the team next year, it's all going to be about the future.
Rogers can't finish. Whitney Sidney gets that here in the present.
That's interesting. Someone like Nick Lynch, how do you replace that? I mean, a stretch big, someone who can guard the paint like no other, 6'11". And today he's showing you why he's so valuable.
No look pass into the corner. 13 to shoot. And out of bounds off Parolin.
It's a good move there, cut to the hoop. But Parolin, he might be that guy. In fact, in that Loyola loss, he was the leading scorer. He only did have 9. None of the Lehigh players, as I mentioned, reached double figures, but Parolin definitely on the uprise with opening opportunity next year.
Sophomore from Canada, as Becton can't get that one to go in. Rogers, little reverse, got that in for number 6 and 7.
Now, Lehigh scouts love to stay up north. We got all the Minnesota people on the women's team. We got a Canadian out here. Why do they love the cold so much? Gosh.
Good question. No good there from three-point land, Evan Taylor. American under 9 to play, down 20.
This really is go time. Can't keep trading baskets like they have been.
Would have been a big one for Rogers. Doesn't fall. And somehow Whitney Sidney kept that in bounds for the possession for Lehigh.
Whether it was the outside shot or early on when they were attacking, no answer really is, oh my gosh.
You talk about attacking.
Talk about athleticism. That's where that youth comes in.
Another one in double figures, Whitney Sidney with 10. Joining Higgins at 10, Jamera Wilson 13, and a career high 27 for Nick Lynch. That's going to be a foul on Dominic Parolin. And
Nick Lynch is going to come on back in. See if he can hit that 30-point threshold. So Shirley's got time, assuming that this lead does not make Coach Reed want to pull him a little earlier.
Do you pull him on senior night, though? At some point,
that's a good point.
You give him the curtain call, probably a minute or so left.
Right.
But he only has one foul. Not in jeopardy of that, of a foul out.
8 minutes, can never speak too soon either. We've seen what happens in 8 minutes, way too much.
Smalls tries to bank it in, no good from the near side. Coming the other way, under 8 minutes to play now.
Pace, though, is not looking too good for American. Just no answer.
Feed inside. And no good there from Lynch, a rare miss.
I bet he knows about that 30. I'm sure he wants to get there too.
Well, he just came off the bench and they have the scoring. Well, he wouldn't have been up on the.
Oh yeah,
he knows.
Sure. Oh, he knows.
No tech, driving strong.
It's for Loyola to lose just one of their last two, so Lehigh will certainly be, not that they're not already a little frustrated with Loyola coming off that loss on Sunday, but extra motivation to be anti-Loyola for you Lehigh fans.
Jackson Notek's at the line. He hit the first. And cannot finish with both of them. Little weave action. That one's going to go out of bounds. Will stay with Lehigh.
As much as you love to see this performance, if you're Lehigh, you got to keep in mind, as we saw in the standings, this team has certainly struggled more than any other in the Patriot League. And as we've seen a lot of the holes here on their offense, it's not going to be much easier. It's definitely going to be a lot harder, I should say, in that opening round. If they're home, would definitely be helped, though.
3 seconds to shoot. Higgins does, but it's going to go the other way. The rebound to Delaney.
I wonder how crazy that home crowd's going to be if Lehigh does clinch that home quarterfinal opener. Is a great feed there.
Colin Smalls is in double figures.
Matt Delaney with the vision. Big man showing off a little bit of vision today. And there's Lynch. That's for 30.
No good on that one. He sits at 27. Back inside to Delaney. Notek somehow keeps his footing, but not the ball. Marcus Wilson, no, he misses in and out on the slam.
It's what you call a Shackton a fool.
Looking for the exclamation on senior night. Inside to Delaney, double team, but got it off. And a foul on the floor as Donadio got the rebound. Mentioned Lehigh playing at Lafayette. They lost to the Leopards here at Stabler Arena.
A home playoff game is definitely going to be exciting, whether or not it's home, obviously dependent on that win.
Well, American is going to be hosting Loyola. And a region foul on Marcus Wilson. So fans can scoreboard watch. And a big difference from the potential of a home quarterfinal or going on the road.
Big time, especially with the fans here. Everyone's making it hard, as we see here, even for the free throws. I said here, even for the free throws.
First one good for Smalls. He's got 12.
American substitution number 2, Stacey Beckton.
Stacey Beckton Jr. checks back in. He leads the way with 17 points for American. Elijah Stevens will come back in as well. It's an 18-point game.
Well, Lehigh has been a little bit struggling on the terms of offense. Let's see here if he can hit the free throw. Sure can. The defense has just been astounding right now, holding them 7 for 20, 35%. And we mentioned during halftime that's what we're going to need to do, because as we've seen, Nick Lynch will not continue to hit another 4 or 5 threes. And so they've looked for other facets.
Lehigh trying to take as much of the clock as they can.
Watch the pop. There it is.
Higgins gets it back as Lynch does not put it up. 4 seconds, and Lehigh's going to get bailed out with a foul called on Beckton.
Yeah, Lynch knows he should have shot that one. He said something under his breath there.
You can take the Patriot League with you wherever you go. Live games on ESPN Plus or through the ESPN app. For more details, visit watchespn.com. Visit patriotleague.com under the Media Center tab for more details. So Lehigh can take another 15, 20 seconds off if they choose. Inside to Lynch, count it, and a foul, looking for 30 from the line.
Oh, the pressure. Wow. And oh, talk about the pass from Wilson there.
Great feed.
You know, what led to that was the blow-by. That's an example of the faster player bursting through, catching the defender off balance.
And there's his first career 30-point game for Nick Lynch.
What a better day to do it than senior night.
And makes it a 20-point game once more.
I believe his parents are in the house. I could be mistaken on that.
Steal by Marcus Wilson in front of the defense. And he opts for the lay-in this time. Wise move.
Hey, you were thinking what I was thinking.
He's got 5.
He'll do a few more jump ropes next pregame.
Here's Smalls, tries to take it strong, got it with a foul. Smalls is having himself a day, 15 points. Foul is on Keith Higgins, his second.
It's really no surprise that those are the only 2 double-digit scores. Those were the 2 key players that we were taking a look at before the game.
Stacey Beckton is a senior. Colin Smalls, a sophomore. He's going to be trouble for the Patriot League for the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, the thing with Smalls is, as much as he obviously is aggressive, he can draw the foul incredibly well, finish at the hoop, and obviously get to the line. His three-point shooting has been a struggle as of late. This season, or today at least, no threes even taken.
The and one opportunity for Smalls. He's got 16 points.
So if he can really step up that three-point shooting and create himself as more of a distance threat, as American's going to opt for some full-court press here.
A little bit.
Better late than never.
As a team, they're only 1 for 3. They're not obviously taking enough or a lot. That's going to go the other way. Offensive foul called on Jamero Wilson.
It's not often that you see a team make one, maybe, but take just 3 three-pointers. That speaks volumes to Lehigh's defensive mindset right now. And you can see it, just the way they're rotating, picking up any open man. A lot of the times Lehigh struggled with those holes, as here, of course, as I say that.
There's a 3, but no good.
Smalls kind of just lost balance. Oh, he did it again.
Beckton almost lost. And if you forgot,
never too late.
PatriotLeagueStore.com for all your needs. Under 10 to shoot, and Stevens does, but doesn't
What
connect.
do they have? Flowers, chocolates? What? Are you not too sure?
Jerseys.
Jerseys? Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Who doesn't want a Patriot League jersey?
I want
10-second call. And it's going to go back to American. 3:37 left. You know, we talked a lot about American only putting up 4 threes. They've had games this year of 16, 17, 20, 19 attempts. Oof. So this is a team that does put it up. But today they found a lot of success going inside early. And while they may not be falling, that has still been the MO.
As you mentioned, exactly. Early on when they continued to use that interior scoring, kind of just driving, setting screens, and getting past their man just as they are trying to do right here.
Off the leg of Taylor. Surprised they didn't call that a kickball, but
I mean, yeah,
I guess it was off his knee pad.
But
that shot right to Keith Higgins.
It really went right into his hands. That was kind of funny. But what that did was it created a limitation for Americans' offense.
Tyler Whitney-City draws the foul.
American foul, number 23,
Elijah Stevens picks up his second. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Whitney-City, who is 1 for 1. He had an and 1. Lehigh as a team today 8 for 8. American 7 for 9. And Nick Lynch comes out. Dominic Parolin will check in.
Well-deserved applause. In what might be his final home game of his Lehigh career. Hopefully not.
Jake Betlow checks in as well.
Man, I'm excited to see what this team's got to bring in the next coming years. I mean, with these rookies first years, I watch way too much professional basketball. But these first years here.
The award is called the Rookie of the Year, so.
It is, that's true. Rookie of the Week. But definitely a bright future. As we see the scouts here found 2 really bright guys that have been putting on a scoring showcase all season long.
And now Jamero Wilson will take the curtain call as Reed Fenton checks in.
A lot of times, you know, as much as these players will develop, a lot of the time opportunities that open is a big reason as the school dancers getting a hit, or cheerleaders, I should say.
Josh Alexander's pass to the 3rd row. We'll give the ball to Lehigh with 2:48 left.
She's smiling, she's all right.
I'd have to believe if Nick Lynch was still sitting on 27 or 29, he'd probably still be out there.
Oh, for sure. And if coach took him out, he'd have to say something probably.
10 seconds to shoot. Here's Fenton. Parolin. 5 seconds for Higgins. Step back, 3 on the way, got it!
You know what that looks like? It looks like a lot of what we're gonna see next year. You got the guys that are the seniors here out of the game. And what do you got? You got ball movement, you got hitting threes. Man, I'm excited for this team.
Inside, bucket good for Marvin Bragg, who's checked in. His first bucket in limited action tonight.
Now,
Minute 50 left. Inside, nice pass, but even better defense, as I think it was Jackson Notek who went up for it.
Or maybe that was Whitaker. Was that 45?
That was dribbled off the foot of Parolin. Jacob Alamudun and Ben Knosman will check in for Tyler Whitney-City and Keith Higgins.
Alamudun, he's another one of those guys. You know, he doesn't get always the minutes, but as a junior, he'll be a senior next year. One of the leaders of this team.
Blocking foul called on Dominic Parolin. Actually, that was going to be Jake Betlow.
And we're going to get a few more substitutions here. Looks like one of them is Scarsdale's very own Jason Seigel.
Notek at the line shooting 2.
Seigel, a star for Scarsdale. in his years there, played for the varsity team.
He wears number 20. Burke Chebuhar and JT Tan will come in as well. With less than a minute and a half to play and no good on that one. And it's 20. Lehigh will take as much time as they can, while also trying to get some of the young guys on the board as Seigel can't finish underneath. Great dish from Chebuhar.
Come on, Jay, use your right hand. Not a lot of JT Tan today, as we've seen in the past.
Notek again hesitates in midair and banks it in. Note from Sports Information, Nick Lynch's 30-point game, the first for Lehigh since Jordan Cohen had 34. That was at Holy Cross on January 22nd of 2020, which for a number of reasons seems like a decade ago. Seigel on the near side, under 40 to play now. 19-point game, Chebuhar. Seigel, corner three, a little long. And it's going to go the other way. As a rebound for Christian Sutton. As both teams have gone deep to the bench, Chris Gleaton is in there. This is Bragg. Now Sutton again. Drives in and puts it in.
Here we are. A lovely win in the books.
Lehigh can walk this one out. And the Lehigh crowd chanting, "Thank you, seniors," for the last couple of years.